Hi, YouTube. Excuse me. Just one moment. Better now. I hope you're all doing good. Um, there might be a little bit of noise. I'm not sure. I just thought I'd talk to you while I'm rolling a couple of cigarettes and not a lot on my mind. Just saying hello and looking forward to, I hope, there will be Brucey's all live streams tomorrow. At least if I can make them to one of them, but they're always fun and interesting. So, yeah. But, yeah. Um, you might hear the fan in the distance. I have, my wall drying. So, hopefully it will. Seems to be. It's much better in here. In fact, there's really no odor except from a residue of cleaners, but it's all right. Kind of cold here. Didn't get above freezing, and I don't expect it to. It is winter time, but um, it looked like this coming next week there's going to be like a 35-degree day, so a couple of degrees above freezing anyway. So I shared a call for an uprising over on my community there. They struck his channel for sharing information about children that want to have sex, or adults that want to have sex with children. YouTube struck his information. I don't remember what they said, why, what he said. I did share it. It's just the fact that he's helped take down a pedophile ring and they know who he is. And it's definitely intentional. He's got another channel, A Time for Judgment. Um, if you haven't subscribed, maybe you would. But if you would go look at that, a call for an uprisings, what it was about. See, because he's been putting out some really good information. Like a few days ago, I shared the Talmudic and Noahide laws, that type of thing, that he was had a documentary that somebody had did that he shared. So it's a pretty big deal, you know. These are the children that we're trying to protect from people that want to make it legal to hurt them. In their mind, it's legal already. That's the scary part, you know. So yeah, which is to me really disturbing that more people aren't up in arms about it. It's like they're just like, okay, being like queer isn't bad enough, you know? Hey, whatever. But then the drag queens and the kids and all, there's no reason for it, you know? There's no reason for trans bathrooms and all that nonsense. Um, that's disgusting, you know? I saw a meme that said that somebody was describing like a woman would rather take her clothes off in front of men than she would another woman because women are more critical And I'm thinking, why would you want to take your clothes off in front of anybody? You know, really? It's like, oh, whatever. And it's that kind of brings to mind, I mean, even when I was in high school and with other girls in the shower rooms and all that stuff, we did have individual shower stalls if we wanted to use them, which I did, and some girls didn't, and I really never understood that. It's like, whatever, you know. But I certainly would have never, never, never shared my bathroom with a man, you know. But anyway, so things have gotten so liberal, everything, you know, because it's involving the children. That's all it's about. It's not about what adults do. No, nobody cares what adults do, you know. At least I wouldn't think people would, but maybe they do. Maybe they make it their personal business because they get some kind of kick out of it or something. I have no clue. My only motive is for the children. I don't care about no adults in this situation. And I don't care about any adults in that situation. That's a fact. It's never going to happen. I personally either want them to stop, that's the first option. But if that's not the case, I want them dead. There's no in between. I don't want to, yeah, if God can help them, that's the only person that could help somebody that sick. So if they can't get help, then I want them dead, you know. So, have I asked God to help people like that? Oh, I've begged, and I'll just wait to see that I have faith that my prayers will be answered. But right now, it's not happening, and it's not that I don't, it's not, well, I think it's not going to happen. I do. I believe that people like me speaking up are going to put an end to the nonsense. I'm not talking about anybody's sexual whims with another adult. Don't care. I'm talking about what includes the children. That's nonsense. You know, there's there's nothing they can tell me to explain to me why they have feelings like that. There's nothing but demons behind it all. And that's all there is to it. There's no other explanation. Could be this could be an anomaly. It could be a physical, like a head injury or something that makes somebody think perverse. But from what I have studied on this planet, although we can't prove what evil is, there are definitions for what is like a dark triad in personality disorders, and that falls under that. When you don't take care, when you think there are no there it it's not even impulse, it's planned. It'd be something like if it was an impulsory thing, like a drunk guy um, whizzing in front of people or something, that's impulsive. That's chemically induced, you know. But these people are saying they're in their right minds. They're saying they're sane. That's sane, huh? Oh no, it's not a crime to think about anything. Why are you thinking stuff like that? Yeah. May not be a crime to think it, but you probably don't want to walk around telling parents that love their children that you think about them in that way. That probably wouldn't be a very good idea if you were in that position. But yet, there they are, right out in the public, doing whatever they want, saying whatever they want, when other people are getting censored for telling the truth or shadow banned, you know. Yeah. I really don't. I mean, I know the media's not going to get on here and say, we don't understand why our government isn't more severe with child predation and pedophile and trafficking and all of it. You know, it is time for me to pull up that letter that I wrote to my senators, and I guess I have to send a copy to the White House, but none of it's really going to matter, I'm quite sure. But I'll share it again and see. It'll be 4 months on the 18th that I wrote that letter, and if some of you don't know, it was on behalf of children that are wards of the state, such as foster care or adoption. When I found out that children were being adopted out of the United States to people in foreign countries, that was it. It's like, I don't even believe in adoption, and then you take one of our citizens out of here and sell it somewhere else. And that there's a big organization that's run out of New Zealand that oversees all adoptions in the world. Isn't that tiny bit suspicious? That all these, like, I was adopted through Children's Home Society or whatever, that all these different little entities everywhere in the world would be run by this one Hague or Hogue, Hog, Haugha, or something like that. It's like more of a Nordic language. I would say maybe Norwegian, but that this Hague Corporation has other offices throughout the world, and they oversee all the adoptions. That blew my mind, you know. So I wrote my country and asked them what was up with this. Why, when there's 6 parents for every child waiting to adopt a child, why is a child being taken out of our United States? Do they keep their is it dual citizenship? Is are the families notified that that child is being, because yes, they know who the parents are. There's always somebody, you know, could be a relative of ours that had just been taken over to another country. And if you think it's glorious being adopted, you really need to do your homework. You know, really. From what I've noticed, even horrible blood mothers are worse than horrible non blood ones. It's a double whammy no matter what. So, and it is. There's no debating that. Anyway, so I've been having that on my mind and thinking, well, what's my next approach? Because I don't know, something might come out of it, so I'm not going to give up, you know. I don't think it will, but it might, you know. So, yeah. Okay, I'll have one of these and talk to you a bit, and then that probably be about it for today because, like I said, I don't know really, just saying hello and, yeah, it's about nothing much going on. Oh, excuse me. I got some wood in today. Um, Doug did some shopping yesterday, so. And he did get cold. It was like 5 degrees last night when he was bringing stuff in. And so he's back to relaxation mode. And I thought, I have energy anyway, so I'll just do it. It's not, I never mind doing things. It's feeling like I have to is different, though, because I don't mind. Pretty happy about that one kitty outside I call Yeti, that white one. He had an eye infection last week, and I had made them some like warm milk and some other stuff I took out, and I told him drink some of that milk and go clean up your eye. And he did listen to me, and he's not even 2 years old yet. So, and then I told him and clean your kid while you're at it, because they hang around together. Um, and he did, and he's looking better this week. So, some cats have infectious eye problems, and it could be kitty leukemia. Not sure, but I can't test the whole neighborhood for. I don't think it is. It's clearing up. What I really think that happened is I think him and his kid ate like a mouse that might have had some kind of bug or mite on it or something like that. Or maybe their eyes got cold. That's probably what happened, come to think of it. Because he does go out tommying, and the one of them little white ones with the gray dot on their head, um, she follows her dad everywhere. Or it, yeah. And him, those, there, them, them little ones. Anyway, one of the babies follows the daddy, and they both had an infection eye, and so that's probably could have got cold, no doubt. Come to think of it, that's, like I say, probably what happened. And it was both of it. Well, the little one was red, and then it was getting dirty, and I can't get near it. But I got near Yeti a little bit, and I was able to kind of like rub it right up above it to move it to get some of the infection out, and that worked. And then he had warm milk, and I told him to go clean it. And so, like I say, he's looking pretty good now. So he listened. That's pretty neat. In the summer, when the windows are open, they hear all our language, and if I'm playing music or, so animals are pretty smart. There was this one guy, he had I think it was a border collie, and he made the correlation between a 3-year-old child and his 3-year-old dog. How a 3-year-old child really would struggle to know what a color is. Um, and this dog could differentiate between like 480 different things, like go pick up your telephone, set it back down, go get the blue ball, go get the red one, get a triangle, get a square, a word for this or that, or your monkey, or whatever, stuffed duck, whatever. He had all these different things that he could take out of his dog's toy box. That everything that she had learned, he would put in these boxes and categories of what this dog could do by the time it was 3 years old. And I know that's so true too, because, like for instance, I had an Irish setter, and I was just messing with him. I didn't think he'd eat it, but I go, want this apple? He shook his head, yeah. So he threw it. I said, just catch it. So he caught it. I said, you want to eat it? And he shook his head. I said, put it back on the table. He did. I said, now sit there. That was because he had done something naughty, though. And I made him look at that, and I said, now you can have it. And then he had it because he had snatched a sandwich out of my ex's cousin's hand. He was going like this. My dog walked up and just grabbed it right out from there, so I worked with him more, but this dog could let himself in and out of the house, all kinds of things. I've had some really smart dogs, so yeah. But yeah, 3-year-old baby. Put a 3-year-old baby out in the woods and see what happens. And then these kids that are ungrateful to their parents and think, well, you know, you had a warm home and you had food, you weren't as bad off as a coyote. That coyote had to hunt for its meal. By the time they're a few months old, the parents will help. Coyote's a bad example, even a wolf, but a wolf is more likely, same with a fox, to get rid of their child and hunt on their own. Although there are wolf packs, the lone wolf or the male wolf often will go off by themselves, and a lot of females will too. She'll ditch your kids and just go live, till it's mating time again or whatever. But they do hunt in packs, but not always, and they do live in packs, but not always. So, um, leaving it would be more like a fox, because the fox mother, when that pup is about, or kit rather, is about 3 months old, it will start taking it into really bad territory to try and get rid of it. And then, usually, about 6 months to 9 months old, she succeeds. And I can hear the fox kits down by the creek just screaming for their mom. And they might even scream for like a couple of years until they get used to it. But yes, fox mommies ditch their kids as quick as they can, from what I've seen in where I live. So I don't know. Maybe there's other places of the world where they congregate and, live in packs or something. I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe. So, well, I'm going to leave this there tonight. I thank you for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. Yay, almost Friday for you workers, huh? Or unless you work on the weekends, and a lot of us had to do a lot of that type of nights or weekends or whatever the job called for, we do it. So, and that's what's so disgusting about them taking money to put it towards these ongoing conflicts in other countries that formerly used to be united as one big country, and now somehow they're divided and taking up our money. Our money. That's our money. That's being used to line the pockets of those that don't care about other people's lives. So, and I know there's people caught in the crosshairs of all this in every country that feel the same way I do. This is just bullshit, and we're so sick of it. People in the world are sick of wars. It's only well, I can't say everybody is. I am disappointingly related to a lot of people that just don't get it yet. So I'm just saying, if you're watching me, it's cut my tongue out of my head. I have this thing, I tell the truth. It comes out of me because it's in me. And so there's not much I can do except say what I say, which is always the truth. Deal with it. And, I heard again, and it was out of a psychiatrist woman. Everybody lies. No, everybody doesn't lie. Some people like me would rather die than lie. I would literally rather die, drop dead right this second, than die a liar. So, that's the way it is. Okay, everybody. I love you. Peace and love. See you tomorrow, I think. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.